All right, today I want to go to my Cheonseongyong Rima. I want to go to book. This is the final book in the Cheonseongyong. This is book. What is this? Book 16. Anyway, it's the final book. It's the one on the true families and the family pledge. And I'm doing the part on the 3-generation kingships, which is mistranslated as the 3 great kingships. And I want to go through the Father's own words here in the Cheonseongyong to show how the people who translated the Cheonseongyong, even as they were translating, they should have realized that Father was not talking about 3 great kingships. He was talking about 3-generation kingships. All right? And even in the English version of the family pledge, which Father never approved of these English versions, all right? So these are not Father's words. They are English renderings. Just as Jesus did not approve the King James Bible or any other Bible, so if you talk about the actual Word of God, it's the words that Jesus spoke in whatever language he may have spoken, whether it was Greek or Aramaic. And here again, the Word of God is the Korean that Father spoke, and it's not the English in the English Cheonseongyong. Some people criticize me for pointing out the mistakes in the English translation. Well, tough. That's tough. You have to know what is true and what is not. Transparency, all right? Transparency. Noonday sun. So let's go through this. I'm on page 2,449 on this electronic copy of the Cheonseongyong. And 3.2, the heading is translated as the 3 great kingships. But again, this is not 3 great kingships. It's 3-generation kingships, all right? And then, Father, I'm going to go through a few of these quotes. Originally, if Adam, here, Father speaking in 1990, originally, if Adam achieves perfection, the father of the heavenly kingdom also achieves perfection. And if Eve achieves perfection, the mother of the heavenly kingdom is likewise perfected. If they become the owners of the family, the kingship of the heavenly kingdom on the family level will emerge. Therefore, Adam and Eve are to become the king and queen of the individual level, of the family level, tribal level, national level, and world level. One thing, by the way, that I didn't point out in John 6 is that at one point, Jesus runs away from the crowd because he sees that they are trying to make him king. And that's also in John 6. But Jesus realized that their concept of king was not God's concept of king. They were going to try and make him a satanic king, or a king after the satanic model. They were going to prop him up like that, as the pinnacle of a vertical power structure. And Jesus certainly did not want that at all. And so that is why he ran away from that. He actually ran away from that when people were after him, trying to make him king. You can look at John chapter 6, and you can find that on your own. God grows as the king of the spiritual kingdom. Adam grows as the king of the earth, and Adam's son grows as the king of both the spiritual kingdom and of earth. All right, so Hyungjinim now is Adam's son. Father is the third Adam. Hyungjinim is the son of the third Adam. And so he is Adam's son that Father is discussing here. And he said, Adam's son grows as the king of both the spiritual kingdom and of earth. If you ask someone, what kind of family do you want to have? Some will answer, I want my grandfather to be a king, I want my father to be a king, and for myself to be a king. So that, you see, there, right there is the 3-generation kingships. 3 generations of kings. That is the highest desire a human can have. If you live your lives ignorant of the fact that you are sons and daughters of the 3 great kingships, why they say 3 great kingships, yeah? The translators. Let's read that sentence again with the correct translation. You are living your lives ignorant of the fact that you are sons and daughters of the 3-generation kingships. 3-generation kingships. To become a prince or princess of the 3-generation kingships, you should be capable of attending your grandparents like the king and queen of the spiritual kingdom and of attending your children as like princes and princesses. The start of Adam's family centering on the ideal of God was to be the start of just such a family. Adam's nation, Adam's world, and Adam's cosmos are all included within such a family. So it was this 3 generations of kings that the Father originally envisioned. Of course, today, the Han Mother's failure is being corrected through the 3 generations of kings, of a true father, of a second king, Hyungjin-moon, and then in the future, third king, Shinjun-moon. So that's the 3 generations of kingships, 3 generation kingships, which is the mistaken translation in the English Cheonseongeong, which has caused, I think, a tremendous harm now, because many people will say, well, where did Father ever talk about three generation kingships? It's right there. It's right there in the Cheonseongeong, or at least it's right here in the Korean Cheonseongeong. How long does this page go on? 1, 2, 3, 4, about 3 pages to 3.5 pages. All right. Well, actually, it keeps on going. 5 pages it goes on. 5 pages. 5 pages about the 3 generation kingships. All right. So, but people who don't learn Korean, people who don't at least learn enough Korean to read the Korean Cheonseongeong, think that Father never spoke about 3 generation kingships, and they're wrong. It's right there. It's right there. But when you read it in the English Cheonseongeong, you have to correct the translation and change great to generation, and then you will see what Father said about those 3 generation kingships. All right, let's take a break, and we'll come back with more news from a Cheonseong perspective after this.